In just about 9 minutes, we're going to learn how to play the iconic accompaniment from Billie Jean by Micheal Jackson in the original key. First, let's get our bearings. Here's middle C for reference. The song is in F sharp minor, and the key signature has 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Now, before we dive in, listen to a quick preview of the intro. Probably one of the most recognizable bass lines of all time. Don't worry if it sounds tricky. I'll break it down step by step. For our left hand, here's our finger numbers, starting from 1 for our thumb, all the way to 5 for our pinky. The bass line starts like this. On our left hand, F sharp with finger 1, C sharp with finger 4, E with 2, F sharp again with 1, E with 2, C sharp with 4, B with 5, and back to C sharp with 4. The song is in 4/4 time, so we'll count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Here's the important part. Let's accent the F sharp with our thumb. That will act like our anchor and help us sync with our right hand later. On the right hand, we're working with chords in first inversion. Our first chord is F sharp minor with A, C sharp, and F sharp played together. Next, we have G sharp minor over F sharp with B, D sharp, and G sharp played together. So that's F sharp minor and G sharp minor over F sharp. Then we have A over F sharp with C sharp, E, and A played together. Next, we move back to G sharp minor over F sharp. So the timing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Combining both hands, we have this. The chords land whenever your left hand hits F sharp. That's why accenting it makes such a difference. Don't worry if you can't play this immediately. We'll break down the steps. Let's keep it simple first. Just play F sharp on the left with the chords on the right. F sharp minor, G sharp minor over F sharp, A over F sharp, and back to G sharp minor over F sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Practice until this feels steady. Now we're going to fill in part of the bass line. Between the chords, we'll sneak in C sharp and E on the left. So the pattern becomes F sharp minor chord, C sharp and E, and G sharp minor over F sharp chord. Then A over F sharp chord, C sharp and E, and G sharp minor over F sharp chord. Once that's smooth, let's add the rest of the bass line with E, C sharp, B, and C sharp. Take it slow, let your hand build muscle memory, and then gradually build up the tempo. We'll call this P1, which lasts for 2 bars, and this is repeated twice for the intro. Now for the first section, we'll use 2 patterns. One is P1, which we've already used in the intro, and next we have our new section. We'll use the same fingering on our left hand as before, we have B with finger 1, F sharp with finger 4, A with 2, B with 1, A with 2, F sharp with 4, E with 5, and F sharp with 4. Like before, we'll accent our note on our thumb. In this case, is B. And on the right, we'll play B minor 7 with A, D, and F sharp played together. And we play this whenever we play B on our left hand. And notice how it's simpler on the right hand. We're only repeating one chord. Keep repeating this pattern until you've got it down pat. We'll call this pattern P2, and it lasts for 1 bar. It's important to practice switching between pattern 1 and 2 because you'll be doing it often throughout the song. Start slow at first and build up speed as you gain confidence. And so the verse section is pattern 1, play twice. Pattern 2, play twice. Pattern 1, played once. Pattern 2, play twice. Pattern 1, played once. Pattern 1, played twice. Pattern 2, played twice. And pattern 1, played once. Here's a preview of the pre-chorus section. We'll start with D major with D on the left and A, D, and F sharp played together on the right. Then we have F sharp minor with F sharp on the left and A, C sharp, and F sharp played together on the right. This alternates. So we have D major, F sharp minor, D major, F sharp minor, D major, F sharp minor, and D major. Then comes C sharp 7 with C sharp on the left and G sharp, B, and F played together on the right. And we play on half notes, building intensity into the chorus. We'll call this P3 for pattern 3. This brings us to the first chorus, which uses the same chord progression as the first part as our first section. However, our second chorus has a different chord pattern, but it still uses a combination of pattern 1 and 2 as shown here. Once you got pattern 1, 2, and 3 down, you got everything you need to play the whole song. The instrumental section also uses a combination of pattern 1 and 2 as listed here. Finally, for the outro, pattern 1 is repeated as the music fades. So take it section by section, slow it down, and let your hands lock in before speeding up. Once you hit the full tempo, it'll sound just like the record. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tutorials,